What will happen if we pour a huge bucket of water on it? Generally speaking, what can extinguish the sun? If we take all the sunlight that reaches this planet every day, we will have the energy equivalent to 170 trillion kilowatt. This energy will keep humanity going for 1,000 of years. But this is nothing compared to the energy dispersed by the sun, which is 2 billion times as much energy. All of this energy is dispersed into outer space. Just imagine if people could accumulate all this energy, it could guarantee us millions of years of carefree life. Even now, if we focused on trapping solar energy, we could forget about paying our utility bills. But let's get back to reality. Just imagine if people could accumulate all this energy, it could guarantee us millions of years of carefree life. Even now, if we focused on trapping solar energy, we could forget about paying our utility bills. According to the relativity theory, if a body gives off energy, its mass diminishes. Thus, the sun is losing tons of mass every second. Roughly, it loses 4 million tons a second. In a nutshell, the sun is extinguishing because it is burning, or speaking more accurately, it produces energy through thermonuclear fusion. If the sun had the mass of the earth, it would burn out in 50,000 years, but in fact, the mass of the sun is nearly 350,000 times that of the earth. Therefore, burning 173 billion tons a day, it can burn for 10 billion years. With half of this lifespan being already over, our descendants will have another 5 billion years to come up with a plan on how to prevent this frightful cataclysm. Someday the sun will run out of hydrogen fuel and fade away, but we won't be there to see the spectacle. It's too much waiting. So it just crossed my mind of pouring a bucket of water on the sun, in another word, to extinguish it ahead of time. Firstly, it would not be an easy task to find the of appropriate size. However, let's assume we've got the bucket and even discovered a way to deliver it straight to the sun. What will happen next? An accurate answer to this question can be given by an astrophysicist, since nothing like that has ever happened in nature and hardly ever will. Normally, if something burns on Earth, it burns through combustion, which requires three-component fuel, air and heat. If we pour water on burning objects, it extinguishes the fire by forming a coat of water on top of the fuel. But what is different about space condition is there is no air there, and thus water can't stop thermonuclear reactions on sun. No matter how much water we take, it will not extinguish as long as its fusion reaction continues. In short, this star can burn water, so even if we pour a gigantic bucket of water on it, this star will only get hotter and 6 times brighter. Water contains 89% oxygen and sun's density is 1.5 times that of water. Therefore, the volume of water that equals the volume of the sun will have the 0.71 times mass of the sun. That will result in the birth of a new star with the weight 2 times that of the present sun, and the compose of 48% hydrogen and 14% helium and 37% oxygen. Even if we had the possibility to pour a huge bucket of water on the sun, fortunately or maybe unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to see it extinguished. Anyhow, watching the birth of a new star bigger than the sun is a doubtful pleasure.